Hi, I'm Datin P.H. Wong. I'm the current president of the National Childcare Association, better known as Persatuan Pengasuh Berdaftar Malaysia. We are a national body with about 23 state and district associations that whose members are all private childcare centres looking after children 0 to 4 years. So any child below the age of 4 should be in a childcare centre, not a tadika, not a pusat jagaan, not an enrichment centre. So we're very happy to work with Smart Kids Asia as well as the Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development to be a part of the Smart Kids exhibition as well as the 4th National Childcare Forum, which will be held on the first day itself of the exhibition. The reason for the partnership, I think it's very important for us to work with people who reach out to parents, because our target group is not just childcare centres. One of the things we want to do is to educate and reach out to parents about what are the international best practices, what are the right things they need to do with their kids. Over the years, we have noticed that parents' expectations are very different now from about 10 years ago. There are a lot more challenges this few years, and of course parents are now working, particularly with 2 parents working. A lot of the care of the child is in the hands of either a babysitter, most likely unregistered, or a childcare centre, or they could leave the child at home and have the maid look after the child. There are implications for the child's development. So one of the things that we want to send a message out to parents through this exhibition, we will be having a booth there, courtesy of Smart Kids Asia, is to let parents know that it is you as a parent who must ensure your child is in the best of care. If you are not there to look after your child, it is your role and your right to ensure that wherever you park your child, you're not parking your car, you're parking a child, living human being who needs to be fed and nurtured, not just fed and bathed, but needs their mind to be stimulated. There must be activities for them, because the first 4 years, the brain is developing as fastest. And all the emotional development, the social development happens during the 0 to 4 years. So that's why for us, we want to send a message out to parents that you need to ensure that your child is in high quality childcare, whether at home or in the community or in after school care also. You know, if we talk about older kids, when they go to school, after school, where do you put them? Again, if the quality of care is high, why we're pushing for it is because the quality of care is high, there is less likelihood of your child being abused and needing protection because of all the cases that we are hearing now of child abuse, as well as now with the sexual crimes bill and also online child protection. I think parents need to take the trouble to ensure that your children are in good quality childcare centres. Now, if you need to know where these centres are, we have developed a portal called www.asuhan.my, which we will showcase during the exhibition as well, where you can locate the nearest childcare centre to your home. You can also locate the nearest police station, the nearest health clinic, the nearest hospital. So we are building a system that will assist parents. So we hope that parents will use this portal. It is free to use. In addition to this, PPBM works with our state associations and district associations to advocate for high quality care through our big events. Every year we have an event, and this is the partnership with the SKA Smart Kids Exhibition is the start of it, because we try to do at least a forum every year where we will engage with parents and our own care providers. Actually, the problem in Malaysia regarding childcare is number one, there are not enough registered licensed childcare centres. There are only 5,000 plus nationwide, and we have almost 3.4 million children under the age of 4. So even if 25% need childcare, we definitely don't have enough registered childcare centres. But we have a lot of unregistered, illegal centres. And in Malaysia, there are 4 types of centres. One is the home-based, which is the largest number of. There's a lot of illegal home-based. They're supposed to register with the Department of Social Welfare, but many do not. Okay, if you have taking 9 children and less, 4 to 9 children, you have to register. Number 2, we have the institution-based that you see, single-story, terrace, corner lot, double-story in the houses and all that. These are institution-based. They have to register as well. And then your workplace that is done by companies. And then the last one is for community-based, which is for the very low-income families. So definitely there are not enough childcare centres that parents can afford. Okay, that means the fees are not affordable, a lot of centres. So that's why a lot of people tend to send to the illegal centres, because when you're not registered, you don't comply with the law, with the Childcare Centres Act. So because it's very strict that you must have 1 care provider to 3 babies only, 1 to 5 if they are toddler below the age of 3, 3 to 4 years old, only 1 to 10. That's why the cost of running a centre is very high. So parents must appreciate that there is a certain fee that needs to cover the cost of running the centre, and making sure that the staff are qualified. And there's a minimal qualification of the kursus asuhan permata that they must pass and they must attend. So I would say that if you talk about childcare services, we have plenty, but probably 90% is illegal. And so when you put your child in an illegal centre, you are putting your child at risk. Definitely, because they don't meet any form of minimum standards at all. There's no monitoring, so you have to start monitoring. So if you see centres that are not registered, please tell the nearest JKM office. What parents need to do is to make sure that the information that you get on social media is correct, and make sure that it comes from credible sources. In Malaysia, we have the Ministry of Health has very good information on health issues, and then the Ministry of Women, and then we have also positive parenting, some of these, and a lot of NGOs where we do give you information on what are best practices, how to choose a good childcare centre. So I think parenting is critical. Good parenting is extremely important, because the country itself, if the parents are not going to be able to be the main care provider and also the one monitoring the welfare and well-being of the children, then the structure in the society breaks down. Because if the family is intact and the family takes care of their own children well, then we don't have to worry about the children growing up and not knowing who to go to and having problems and issues, right? So I think good parenting is extremely important. That's why for us in the childcare centres, a lot of our programs, we train our operators of the childcare centres on a lot of things like baby massage and home safety on the road, everything, so that they can then talk to parents. So, those kids who are enrolled in centres, the childcare centres themselves do a lot of outreach and parenting and giving parents what are the things that you need to do with your kids that are right, So that's why it's important for us to be at this kind of public event, because for us it's a chance to get to know parents and give them correct information about childcare.